Real talk, the metaphor messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies. Legend in the game, I think I found a solution. Got a crazy kind of flow, I need a verbal institution. Monster on the mic, I feel like hip-hop then adopted me. You pussy niggas shook, you let them turn this to a mockery. I give a fuck about that recognition. I'm trying to spit the fucking truth, somebody get the message. These politics, they overstate the obvious. They shooting like Stoyakovich, it's war on every continent. Deeper than you know, I'm what you hate if you the government. Young black with heart, I put a hex on the establishment. Niggas playing patty cake and I was trying to regulate. A lot of them are emulate, but none of them are demonstrate. Hip-hop will never need a eulogy. They give us 10%, they trying to take away gratuity.
What's up, everybody? It's Sunday in the Copious Kingdom. We got Matt Pitt, the one-footed wonder, with us as always, and we're here to rock your fucking worlds, talk about all the things that are going on, and really primarily talk about the YouTube boxing today. Hopefully you guys are doing great in the chat. Go ahead and hit me with that big fat motherfucking like button. And let's see how the Mattitude is doing. What's up, Matty? How you doing?
What's up? What's up? What's going on?
A good couple of days. You know, that's my only off day this week. So, you know, it's like I got to go to work tomorrow, which does kind of blow goats. A little bit. No big deal, though. So I was like, hey, let's get all the fucking angst out from the week and restart the new one by going live today and talking about all the stuff that was going on, including YouTube last night. But how are you this week, Bretta?
I've been pretty good, man. You know, just enjoying the couple days off and, you know, doing the same old, same old.
Yeah, the shot from the point gears are grinding back up a little bit. They're getting going gradually. No shot from the point today. Huffman didn't know.
Yeah, I saw that. I feel bad about that.
Huffman didn't. I barely remembered. He hit me up at 3. I was like, oh, yeah, no, there's no show.
Yeah, I just assumed Jeff watched the shot from the point.
You know? Yeah, make that same assumption about me and you will be wrong a lot of the time.
Yeah.
We both work now. It's impossible. All right, one thing, don't let me forget, by the end of this stream, hopefully a new video on Nixie's channel, which I'm involved with, will be live for everyone's consumption. We'll talk about that later on. Also, if you guys want to talk about any specific fight aside from the big controversial one, which we are going to watch in its entirety, don't worry, you won't be seeing it. We're going to talk about it. You can go into the Discord with us and watch it. We're going to live score it. I haven't seen it. Matt's seen it.
Yep, twice already. Now.
Twice already. He's going to watch it again, and we're going to live score it. And because I'm okay with the boxing, so this will be fun to be able to see where I think it is without I don't even know who really won. You know,
right.
So I'm interested to see what happens there. So that'll be a lot of fun. But, man, I got to be honest with you. At first, you know, I was seeing some of the reactions. I hadn't had a chance to watch the fights, but I was really underwhelmed with what I did see, mainly because what I saw, I guess we could start with the weakest shit. The KSI stuff. Oh, we're starting. She made me think that was a big one. It was the big high don't know of the night, but it was only $1. Matt's mic keeps giving off massive feedback in my ears. Is it?
What? Hold on. What?
Is anyone else hearing that or is it just him? I haven't seen anybody else. Is he just fucking with you?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't see anybody else.
Can you hear me okay?
I hear you perfectly fucking fine. I don't hear any feedback or anything. Does anybody else hear anything before we continue forth? Toxic fucking hijacking the show. I think it's just him. Oh, it's JFA, that son of a bitch. It's JFA. He used Toxic's name. It was JFA.
Dang,
that wasn't
Toxic. Don't do that. No, give me.
It wasn't Toxic. It was goddamn JFA. I hate that guy. I swear to God, if I could cut his fucking toes off and feed him to a goddamn alligator, yeah, it was him. Son of a motherfucking bitch. The things I'm gonna do to him one day. Hit the goddamn like button. There's only 12 likes. Fucking hit that shit. What? 12 likes? 12 likes? What the fuck is that? Anyway. Asshole JFA. Donate more if you're going to goddamn hijack the show, dickface. What was I saying? Oh, okay.
So the KSI fights, right?
KSI.
Yeah.
Very underwhelming. I thought almost borderline farcical. Look, if you're the main event and and I get shit happen. okay? But I got to be honest. It would have been more entertaining if he fought the fucking white supremacist.
Yeah.
Both of those fights sucked. He doesn't look good. Look, I thought the point of this was to build to a potential Jake Paul fight, which honestly doesn't even make sense to me. These two shouldn't be around each other. I don't think that they're in the same category. And Jake's not even all that more accomplished than KSI, but he is far more accomplished than KSI. You know what I mean? It's one of those.
Yeah.
It's like he's not really, but he really is. That's more of a knock on KSI than it really is praise towards Jake Paul, to be completely honest. But yeah, that was my take on KSI. I didn't get it. I didn't get the point of him main eventing. I didn't get the point of any of it. If it was going to be those, they could have pulled any number of credible young fucking guys in there that maybe weren't going to be a huge threat, but give a fucking entertaining fight. Like something. I don't know. What'd you think of it? Was it just was it like a spectacle thing? Did it at least satisfy that? What'd you think?
I thought the KSI fights were the weakest part of the event. Other than that, I think it was enjoyable.
Love you, Dave.
Not as good
Also,
as Creator Class,
please don't
but
mutilate
I mean,
and
every
or murder
fight
me.
was a knockout besides one, right?
Yeah.
So it was entertaining, and I definitely know how to differentiate boxing from this. This is entertainment. This ain't boxing. It's entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, so if I'm entertained, I'm fine. If it's boring, I'm not. It's not going to be fine. You know.
See, I get hung up on the word boxing, and the reason is because fucking Jake Paul and KSI and all these other motherfuckers started calling themselves professional fighters, professional boxers. They were using these terms specifically, and it irked me. It irked me as someone who once long ago trained, who loves it. I know that's pretentious. I get it, but it's annoying. Like, I hated it when CM Punk jumped the line and went over to UFC the way he did. I was so happy to see his face bashed in multiple times. It just brought me utter joy. I don't like nepotism. I don't like just because you succeed in one thing. Like, in some things it makes sense, but to be a YouTuber and then, hey, we're just going to do the celebrity boxing thing. But hey, instead of just keeping it celebrity and all that nice little niche, we're going to call ourselves real fighters, and we're going to really try to shake up the fight game. We're going to change the rules and the pay structures of fighting in MMA and in boxing. We're going to attempt all of this. When you do that, I come at it from a different angle, and I want to see actual fighting. And maybe that's more on me than it is them. But I do agree with you. As long as it is entertaining and as long as it satiates that need, then they're going to continue on, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But I will agree with you too. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think it's fair if you're doing Jake Paul. I think it's fair to say that. But with KSI, I don't think he's stepped out of that realm to where he's fighting actual fighters yet.
True.
Yeah, he fought a boxer in the main event, but that was a fucking tomato can. He was a nobody. He shouldn't have been in the ring. So I'm convinced they got somebody from the fucking crowd in Mexico to just fly him out there and do it because that guy wasn't a boxer.
No.
So as of right now, it's still like within that influencer realm.
I agree. And as long as he stays that. But I think when they cross over to Jake Paul, it makes sense, but it also makes no sense. I don't know how it's going to sell. I really don't. I don't know if there's as much interest in it. I think we see more interest because we just kind of see it in our communities. But I don't know. I think that they can be fun. I enjoyed the iDubbbz event a lot more. I can tell you that. Like, I enjoyed the fighting there. I liked some of the fighting. Some of the fights were real good. To me, all the stuff that was real important was all spectacle. Even Deji, which, by the way, loved his performance. He was great. But Fazse looked uncoordinated. Fazse doesn't really look like he belongs in a ring. He's got a big heart and all that, but Deji was touching him up like it was nothing. That was a little bizarre. But he finally was in shape. Maybe he's starting to really go into the potential, but it's Fazse tube, It's like he's not a threat. This isn't fucking Leon Spinks or anything.
I've always said this. Deji had better mechanics than KSI.
Oh, yes.
He just was lazy.
Yes.
So it's good that he's met some sort. I don't think he's met his full potential by any means, but it's good he's met some sort of potential to where he could actually win the fight.
Yeah.
Because I honestly thought Fazse would have. I figured Deji is just going through the motions, and Fazse is gonna win.
Yeah,
That's
a
what I
lot of
was
people
thinking.
were picking Fazse. A lot of people were picking him. I picked Deji just because, kind of for the lulls, but also because I'm with you. In that first fight, I thought he was the second most impressive guy on the entire card, aside from Logan Paul, who I thought looked amazing in that first fight. He looked, at times, the first 2 rounds, he looked like a fucking stud. Then he gassed out. But, man, he looked good at first. And I thought Deji was, even though in the loss, thought he was just a tad under him. And that was no even disrespect to Jake, who had a good performance that night. But I really liked Deji's performance that night. I just saw a lot of stuff that I thought he was going to capitalize on, and he didn't. He got lazy after, and I don't know exactly why, but it happened. It was good to see him back in good form, and I'm glad that he won the fight.
Still have a hot take about that KSI versus Logan Paul second fight. I think Logan won that fight.
Oh, absolutely.
In my opinion. Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree with that. I hate the whole draw bullshit. I hate the fucking the draw was the first one, and then KSI won the second.
Yeah, and I think Logan won. I don't know about the first one. I think a draw is fine in my opinion.
Yeah, it was just because he gassed. Yeah.
Yeah, the second fight, I felt like Logan won the fight, and I don't think he should have been deducted 2 points in a round. That was ridiculous. I've seen heavyweight fighters do that all the time and don't get deducted any points. So I don't know.
Agreed. I would have been okay with him winning both fights, to be completely honest. It wouldn't have bothered me. But again, that's neither here nor there. And I don't know if this does ultimately fulfill the whole idea that I've been hearing so many people whimsical sneeze talk about, and that's KSI and Jake Paul next year. I just don't see that, but maybe I'm wrong. You never know. Jake Paul can do whatever the fuck he wants. We'll see how that goes. My favorite thing of the night. Oh wait, before we get to that, can we pour one out for our fucking dude? I mean, Worski tried, man. 5 seconds of fury, dude. Worski fight, like, in 5 years, 10 years from now, no one's going to remember who won any of those fights aside from the Sam Hyde after interview. But I will fucking tell you this. People are going to remember that 5 seconds of fury and the transformation and the journey that Worski had going into that fight.
Right. I could tell from the moment that bell rang that Worski was in so much trouble.
Dead.
The way he was holding his gloves up like an old-timey fighter from the 40s, it just, I was like, oh no, this ain't going to be good.
Good. You want some fisticuffs there, you?
Yeah.
I'll give you a big knuckle sandwich there. And Saul Poppy was like, what?
Yeah.
Thoop, thoop, thoop. Bye-bye.
And he fought Southpaw too. I didn't see, I was like, whoa. I mean, Southpaws are really tricky. Southpaws are really tricky to fight.
They are.
So that's a really shitty fight for Worski to start off with.
It was tough for him. I saw some people saying they thought maybe the fight was stopped early. No, nothing like that. That fight was over. That fight was over.
No, dude. When the ref, when you get knocked down like that and you've never fought before, the ref's got to stop that fight. Like he's got to stop the fight. Yeah.
But I don't even want to shit on Worski. He took it. He joked about it afterwards. I would like to see him fight again. I really would. Not against anyone good, but
somebody on his level.
Yeah, right. Seeing that fight made me think one thing: how great that would have been between him and Tonka. Because I think it would have been at the same level, and it just would have been fucking insane. I'd still want to see the fight.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree.
Can Worski fight anybody? Is there anyone that you would want to see Worski fight if he wants to step back in the ring?
Well, Ethan Ralph for one.
Weight class.
Catch weight. Fuck it. No, backyard. Fucking do it in the South. Do it in Tennessee. No weight classes. Just fucking tough man competition.
Catch weight. You got to give Worski a ball peen hammer or something. You got to give. But then again, Ethan Ralph's a big pussy. He gets beat up all the time. So not exactly tough beating up Ethan Ralph. But that would be a massive weight disadvantage for Worski.
Yeah. I could see maybe someone like, I don't know, an Ice Poseidon or...
Matt. Ooh, shut your face hole. I love that idea. Worski versus Ice Poseidon. I like that.
Yeah, because Ice is in really good shape from what I've seen. But from what I remember when he was like sparring and doing stuff on IRL streams, didn't look that great. His form looked like Worski's. I think they equal each other out.
Yeah, one thing about Worski, and this is, again, respect to Worski, man, he looked painfully unathletic.
Yeah.
Like, getting in the ropes looked difficult. Like, I was like, damn, Worski. He got in shape. He's in shape, in amazing shape, I'd even say. Not athletic.
Someone, I think one of the announcers, I don't know who said this, but they called PPP John Candy.
Oh, really?
It was like he's got John Candy as a corner man, yeah.
Jesus.
So it was
Bad Food Blog with the 449 pounds. Ego Boxing Battle of the B Cups. Does anyone train for fights anymore? You know what? I will say, these guys did train. You know, these guys really put in work. Worski did put in work. I can't say he didn't. He was outmatched, man. I mean, like, what are you going to do? Worski had no fight training. The dude was just tough enough to get into the fucking ring. Salt Poppy's had fights on that stage, knows how to do it, and he's got hands. He's got a little bit of hand. Ooh, Worski versus Def Noodles would be fun.
I could see Def Noodles getting into the ring, though. I could see that.
He'll do it. He's a whore. Look, when his stupid little club gets shut down because of all kinds of... I guarantee that something's going to happen there where it will get shut down for a stupid reason. And then he'll move on to the next completely lazy, uninspired thing he can rip off or regurgitate. And yes, it will be boxing. He'll do it before he's 40. You're 100% right.
Yeah, I think so.
You couldn't be more correct. Def Noodles versus Keffels and Syrup. Oh, good God. Oh, by the way, are you keeping an eye on everyone's favorite bird-named farm?
Yeah.
Apparently something's about to pop tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been hearing stuff. Keppels is going fucking mask off, fucking posting pictures of Joshua Moon's mom on Twitter.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll probably end up having to get into that tomorrow.
Yeah, I think you should wait for Nick, honestly.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe we can get him on tomorrow. Willie, too, to be honest. Try to get as many people on that one as we can. To be fair, says Toxic Dome, you would figure he wasn't ready from the promo video. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You could see he wasn't. The dude doesn't know how to fight like that. He's learning. But you can learn it. You can continue to progress. By the way, I saw, real quick before we get to the last couple of things there, iDubbbz. I saw him call out Keem. Didn't tag him, of course, but I saw him call out Keemstar, even though I thought he wanted... I would have swore when he did his coverage or when he did his fight, he said, like, he was saying things like he would never want to have Keem associated with the boxing. It's everything that's wrong with it. He offered him fucking, like, well, I think it was a meme. It was Roblox.
It was Roblox
but
money.
Still, it's like, keep his name. If you don't want him to do with anything of your fucking product, keep his name out of your mouth.
There's some context there. I think Keem was on Edwin's stream last night with me and Nick and everybody.
Right.
And Keem was talking about how, you know, when iDubbbz did his fight, Keem promoted it. Everybody promoted it. Everybody was talking about it. But when this fight goes, you don't hear anything from iDubbbz.
Well,
So it's like, and he's basically saying, like, you know, you think my name should not be in boxing, but yet here I am doing this, and, you know, I think you're just salty. You know,
I get that part of it, but it's the iDubbbz response. If iDubbbz doesn't want any association, why even bring his name up? Especially even fake challenging him to a fight, even jokingly. It just seems weird, and just more hypocrisies and inconsistencies at the very least for iDubbbz. However, that being said, motherfucker looks in ungodly shape.
Yeah.
Like those pictures. I know pictures are pictures, but holy fuck, he looks like he put on about 15 pounds since the Dr. Mike fight. Like, he looks huge.
He looks great. He looks great.
Like his arms, and look at his shoulders. Look at the definition, and his whole body has a tensed up. Those could be fantastic pictures. I get that, but god damn.
I don't know what he's doing, but he's whatever he's doing, keep it up.
He committed.
Because he's committed to this.
He committed. I'd see him fight again.
Yeah.
I just think he'd be smart to put it all together. Him, Keem, all of them. Yeah. This whole notion that the shit talk doesn't sell fights, all that, it's stupid, and he was wrong for doing it. There's moderation in everything. Now, go ahead.
No, I was agreeing. Yeah, I think shit talking helps these fights way more than the friendly. We're just, we're here. We're gonna do money for charity. No, shit talking is what makes this way more entertaining. Yeah. So. I'm on Keem's side with that.
100% there. And I think he could be, and iDubbbz could be smart. He can grow his own brand by doing some sort of crossover event with the rest of these guys. Get on dance and do all that shit. It could help everybody. They ran a good ship over there. It was perfectly fine. But where iDubbbz is really wrong is not wanting to have anything to do with Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde has quickly become one of my favorite figures in anything. Like, I just want to listen to him threaten people.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, yeah, I kind of got some bad news when it comes to Sam Hyde. Keem was on stream last night, and one of the things he mentioned was, "That's it, Sam's done."
Really? Why? Because he
he's
said
done.
he was going to kill him?
No, he's just done. Like he had no plans to fighting another fight. Like he just wanted to do. He wanted to do this because iDubbbz fought. He was like, "Well, I this started with me because me and him were sparring on that documentary. So if he's gonna fight, I'm gonna fight." And he fucking kicked me out of his event, so I want to do my own thing.
And he won.
Yeah, and what Keem was saying, like, this dude, he smokes cigars. Like,
Yeah.
he's in his late 30s, he's smoking cigars.
No, I get
he
that.
can't handle, like, I don't think he can handle the training every day to step in the ring again. So I don't.
like
So
them to
that's
do
these
one
are Keem's
more.
words.
I'd like to.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him do one more. Just 'cause I'm sure, or at least keep training. Point is,
Yeah.
get him involved. Let him talk. Let him mouthpiece. Let him manager. Let me tell you something. That the promos were fine leading up to it, but that moment after he won, where he asked him who you want to call out, Piker, I'm going to kill you in your home in Los Angeles. And the guy tried to save it. He's like, you mean in the ring? No, in real life. I'm like, oh, yes. This is amazing. And then he saves it. Because at that point, if you cut it off there, it does sound bad. But he saves it. I'm going to become obsessed with him. I'm going to wear his makeup and his dresses. I'm going to wear his skin like the ancient Irish. It was you can't find the clip anymore. They like deleted it everywhere and edited it to shit. But fuck, that was one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time. Because he's so he didn't blink. He didn't blink during the whole thing, Matt. It was terrifying.
Yeah, no, he's the most entertaining thing about that event. Like Nick was saying that, like Nick was like, his fight wasn't that entertaining, but himself was the entertaining part about that whole show.
Oh, no question. No question. Harley needs to be involved in the next boxing events. There's a bunch of guys that I think you could really start building a nice, tight roster around. I thought from a production standpoint, overall, this one was pretty good. It wasn't as herky-jerky as I've seen some of the others. The commentary was a little bit better. Just overall, it was an entertaining production. Do you agree on that?
Yeah, no stopping for musical segments or anything like that. Just getting to the point, getting to the next fight. I think everything was pretty quick.
Yes.
I like boom, 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 boom. You know,
streamlined.
Get those fights out there. One and done. Let's go. Like I hate when it's like, okay, now we're gonna take 30 minutes to talk to all these people. Here's fucking Justin Bieber. You know, I hate that shit. Just let's see the fights. You know,
100%. And Riveter's right. Come on, we're at 2 full flamencos. We're at the viewership, and we're only at 40 likes. Get those likes up, and I'll have a Gizmo and a Butters 69 each other for your entertainment. How about that? Also, if you guys have any opinions on the fight, we want you to get into the live commentary. Also, we're about to watch the controversial fight of the night, the big one that from a boxing standpoint people are talking about because the decision was very highly contested and controversial. So we're going to watch that fight and we're going to see what we got. If you want to watch with us, come into the live commentary. You can see it on the screen there. I'm going to turn it off in a moment so you guys can't see that. That's more of just for me and Matt, but you can come in and watch it with us. And then I want you to score it as well. How many rounds is this fight?
4 rounds. Four rounds.
We can get past most of the bullshit. So I think we'll hit on a couple more things that we have here. We'll see if anybody has any calls, questions, comments, concerns, hopes, dreams, quips, quotes, and any other opinions on the fights and open calls, and then we'll fucking get into the event. I think get into the fight and the whole thing up. What do you think?
Yeah, let's go.
And look at that. Look at people came in. We'll start with Reneg. What's going on? You're live with Dead on Dave and Matt Pitt. What you got?
Hello? Sorry, I just muted my mic because I was recording like fucking some Doom multiplayer. But anyway, yeah, I just
what
want
a great
to say,
time to call in. Yeah. No, what do you got?
Yeah, have you seen Hassan Piker soaking his pants because he pissed off the Candy Man?
Dude, I'm so glad you brought that up. Do we have that clip?
Yeah, let me find it real quick.
I do want to show that clip before we watch this fight because this dude was so fucking shook. He's a pussy. And part of me wants to be like, okay, I get it. A dude just did say he is going to murder you. And yes, we do live in a time where that feels more possible than ever before. But does anyone really believe that Sam Hyde might actually kill him?
I
Well,
mean, in
maybe
the
a
ring,
little.
yeah,
Maybe a
but
little.
in
Maybe,
real life,
well,
not really.
maybe in real life. Like, if it just happened, would anybody really be that surprised? Like, well, the signs were there. But
Another thing, didn't Hassan try to challenge a fucking Sam Hyde to box or some shit like that?
I don't see him ever getting
I
in
don't
the
think.
ring.
Nah.
Oh,
I don't see that.
I could see him getting in the ring, but not with Sam Hyde.
yeah.
Yeah, no, he would definitely wouldn't get in the set. Man, it takes nuts to get into the ring with a psychopath. And
Yeah.
I don't care if it's kayfabe, a character or not. That dude is nuts.
Yeah.
Like, there's no question about that. He's fucking crazy. All right, let's watch this. This is pretty great. This is Piker's response to reaction, I should say, to the whole situation with Sam Hyde.
Dude, if you see a mentally ill Nazi, okay, on the internet.
Sam Hyde a Nazi confirmed, or is that just his wordage?
I mean, well, it's his wordage, but people like to call that guy a Nazi for sure.
Where do you stand on percentage of Nazi?
Definitely not a Nazi,
Not a
but a provocateur. He donated to the editor of the Daily Stormer, 5,000 to the Daily Stormer. I don't know. It was like a freedom of speech thing. I don't know, but that was like in 2017. Like that's bad.
Yeah.
I don't think he should have done that.
No.
But
All right, Reneg. Here we go. You ready to watch the rest of this?
Yes.
There we go.
Internet, be like, I'm gonna kill Hassan Piker, okay? I'm gonna come to his house and murder him, and you go, oh, this is some information that he should probably watch. Like he should watch and address this, okay? Then honestly, just don't post and get the fuck out of the community.
Don't post.
Just be normal, dude. Dude,
Like
if
that
you have-
9/11
If
comment?
you see a mentally
Oh man!
ill Nazi,
That sucks.
okay,
I was
on the
hoping
internet,
that was gonna catch the my favorite part, the drink, when he awkwardly puts the fucking straw in his mouth and sucks liquid through.
I never saw that. No.
Oh, the first version of that I saw that had the Piker or had the Sam Hyde clip attached to it. It was fucking perfect, Matt. It's so funny because it goes right into Pike and just fucking like saying that, and then there's a silence for like 3 to 5 seconds, and then he grabs a fucking cup, a big gulp, and just sticks a straw in his mouth. And it's so fucking cringe. He looks so scared and shook. Reneg, what do you think?
I think he's like those, like, he's trying to drink his problems away like an alcoholic.
Yeah, there was rum in there. That's right.
Yeah.
Is he trying to incite and get people against it because Sam Hyde said what he said? You think he's actually scared? Piker's too stupid to really be too thoughtful. So it's like, I don't know. What do you feel about the response, Matt?
I just think that's Hassan Piker being Hassan Piker. I don't think he's actually scared of Sam Hyde. I just think he knows that if he gives this guy attention, if he watches the clip on stream, it's just going to turn bigger. So he thinks shutting it down like this is the best way to go.
Which,
and
by the
calling
way,
him a
never
Nazi.
works. Yeah, it never works, by the way. Shutting it down like that never works. Like, he's been flooded with that video probably thousands of times now.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. Reneg, you got anything else?
Well, there was the Catholics drama going around.
Well, we'll
but-
get to that. I
We'll
can't
get that.
just fucking end what I'm doing here to talk about that fucking train wreck, which there's a lot. Tomorrow, there's going to be more on that story anyway. I want to get Nick in on that, and we will get to it. I promise you there, Reneg. Thank you so much, buddy.
But yeah, other than that, I'll be leaving and watching your show. So yeah.
Fantastic. Enjoy. Hit that like button. Rivida. Be riveting for us. What do you got?
I'm just here for the memes.
Oh, you're a piece of shit.
Wants to watch the fight.
Just
I
wants to
guess.
watch the fight. King Ricks, are you here
just-
for a comment, or are you just here to watch the fight?
I actually watched this fight with King Brick in a voice chat.
Oh, King
and,
Brick. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to make a comment. I think Nick Diorio's high for thinking that the Sam Hyde fight was boring. I think that was one of the best 3 fights of the night.
He didn't like the
you
fight,
just
or
see-
did he at least like the whole
He said
aftermath?
he said it was boring. He said the fight was
He said
boring.
the fight was boring, but the whole shtick, the interviews, all that stuff was the most entertaining part.
I
of the
think
night.
that's okay.
I liked the fight because I like to see like the heavyweights, the fucking big dudes go at it.
There was no dancing. They didn't pull punches. It was just trading blow for blow for blow the whole game. And you know, I thought that was a good fight. You know, he said the Warski fight was more entertaining. There wasn't a Warski fight.
Come on.
Warski,
Now that's
Warski got knocked out
in 5 seconds. He didn't just get knocked out. He got knocked out in 5 seconds. There was no fight.
Yeah.
And I love Warski. I don't love Warski, but you know what I mean. I was rooting for Warski, but he got knocked out in 5 seconds. Stop it, Keen. That's crazy.
Yeah, you don't want to see a guy get knocked out like that. And as soon as you saw the bell ring, Warski's on the back of his feet. You know, his guard was open, and you could see he was in trouble before he even got hit. It wasn't. There was no fight there. It was a nice knockout for Salt Poppy. And you know, if you watch the prequel when Salt, you could tell he had good form, was doing crosses and stuff like that. But that fight wasn't entertaining. It was a nice knockout. But you don't want to see a knockout, especially not in like 5 seconds like
not
that.
In 5 seconds. You want to see a little bit more out of the fight, at least just from an entertainment standpoint. With Sam Hyde, you got the full fight, and you got everything that went with it. The best promo of the night, the most entertaining moment, the best soundbite, the thing that people were talking about the most after. No, it's Sam Hyde. You know, everything else kind of comes after that. Else,
he put on a show. No, that's really it. I wouldn't mind staying and watching it with you guys.
No, please do. Please do. Matt, anything else that you could think of that you want to touch on the fight night itself before we watch this fight?
Deji looked great. Warski looked not great. The main event of the fight was a travesty, and that Mexican guy should not have been in the ring. Mexicans are known for coming forward in boxing. They're like the bravest fighters.
Where you were going with that.
Yeah. They're considered some of the bravest fighters in the ring, and he was a disgrace to his people.
Woo! Set his people back in boxing by 100 years. Did you hear
that? I think that's pretty much it. Swarm should have never been a part of the event either. That was ridiculous. And yeah, I think that's it. The Sam Hyde fight was great, in my opinion. I disagree with Nick.
I think Swarms put a better fight up than the Mexican dude. Swarms for not a box and not. The other guy was built like a twig, but Swarms lost 20 pounds, didn't know how to box, and at least try to throw some punches. The Mexican dude, he seemed like he was just taking knees the entire round.
Yeah,
it wasn't entertaining. It was sad for that guy to be called a professional boxer.
Fair. All right, Brick, meet up for me, Matt. Let me ask you a question.
Yo.
Tell me. Well, not a question. Give me what happened with this fight we're about to watch. What are we about to see? Just give me some quick cliff notes. King Kenny, Fazse Sensei. What's the controversy? Just close fight? Was there something specific?
This is a very close fight. You don't want the winner, right?
No. Just a little bit of quick little overview. Just like wet the vaginas. Play with the clit a little bit of the audience.
A very close fight that's being talked about, and people are debating on who won and who lost, and most people are saying that the person that won should not have won. And that's pretty much all I can really say.
And that seems pretty much predominant. Most people have that opinion, or is it?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Yeah, I would say so.
We're going to watch that. We're going to just comment and talk about it as we're watching. I'm going to get to the actual fight of it. That should not be being picked up on stream. I don't think that it is. I think we're good there. All right. Fazse Sensei, King Kenny. Fairly matched up fight. I mean, they want some clean boxing. Let's see these two go.
Both are very good fighters. Fazse Sensei had a knockdown on the first Logan Paul KSI event, and King Kenny was overturned.
Really?
Yes.
So these both they look like fighters. I will. If I didn't know them, I don't know them. But if I didn't know any better, I would think they're both just fighters.
Yep. And here we go. So this is the first round starting.
All right. So Kenny's in green there, and Sensei is in black.
Black and white. Yeah.
Right. Well, I like that they actually seem to be able to fight. Little open stance out of King Kenny there, dropped left hand, but still there's a go. Oh, shit!
And the ref. All right.
Why?
The ref comes in.
Wait, why?
Standing 8 count right now.
What?
Yep.
Standing 8 count. Wait a minute. Why?
Pause it.
Whoa. What the fuck was that?
That's a standing 8 count.
Yeah, I know what it is, but
stopped
why?
In the middle of the fight and did not let Sensei continue to do what he should have been able to do.
He pulled him off immediately. I mean, it was barely a stutter step. Holy shit. I want to see that again. I want to see that again. I don't mean this to take forever, but I got to see that again. He clipped him clean, too. He clips him real fucking clean. It would have been nice to be able to see him follow up on that. There's that, and there's a nice left. And then, bam, that right just got him fucking clean. Oh, my God.
Now, look at King Kenny. He is still stable.
He's wobbled a little
fine.
there.
He's a little wobbled, but he's still up.
He's fine. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, this was a premature standing 8.
I'll call it a terrible standing 8. That's a terrible break. This is a huge advantage for Kenny to be able to recover from that. That's a big disadvantage for Fazse Sensei.
Now, Dave, I need you to pay a lot of attention to the rest of this round because he's going to ask you at the end of the round what you think about this.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so I liked what Sensei did there. I hate that Kenny got this opportunity to recover, and he did. He's fully recovered. He is no longer wobbled. He's fine. God, he's got a big open stance, though. Look at how wide his legs are. Good Lord. He's got to bring those feet back in a little bit. You could, if I'm Sensei, I box him right in a phone booth.
I don't understand why Sensei didn't just come forward and really just, you're about to get an ad.
Yeah, I don't get it either. He was controlling. He clipped him real well. I don't get why he stopped.
Yeah,
he didn't stop pushing forward.
I think he has a lot of respect for this King Kenny fighter because he fights him very, very. What's the word?
Reactionary, almost.
Carefully, very carefully.
Well, Kenny's dictating the action right now. He's standing in the center of the fucking ring.
You would agree that Kenny right now is dictating the action?
Absolutely,
correct?
Standing in the center of the fucking ring, no question.
Yeah.
He's dictating the movements of the fight. Where he's turning, that's where Fazse Sensei is going. Sensei is not currently dictating any pace. That right now, that is Kenny standing in the middle of the ring, no question.
Yep.
No question. Minute left in it. I mean, I still have the first round for Sensei up to this point, unless something else happens. I want to see. All right, this is a little bit of punching out of Kenny here. It's interesting though. I like that the whole. It's crazy when a referee gets involved and stops something like that. How the whole they both get to think about everything that just happened. Everything that just happened, they get to think about it and slow down and reset. It changes the whole dynamic of the round. But Kenny is dictating everything here. He is keeping Fazse on the outside completely. Fazse is looking for a place to get in to the inside, but Kenny is standing in the center of that ring, having Fazse come to him. And look, he's backing him off, backing him into the corners as well.
Yes.
If he follows up with a couple of shots, he wins this round handily.
When you score fights, it's not about who lands what sometimes. It's about body language, who's backing off, who's pressing somebody. Right now, Kenny's doing a great job pressing Sensei,
no question,
standing in the middle of the ring.
No question. Look at him. He's backing him off completely.
Yep.
He throws 2 punches after every one of these. When he backs him into that corner, the second Fazse Sensei's shoulder touches that rope, he should be throwing 2, 3.
Pause it.
Boom, boom,
Pause
boom.
it.
He needs to be throwing that every fucking. If he does that, if he just throws 3 at the end of that where he backs him off every round, he wins this round even with that clip.
Now, my question to you, Dave, is this, right? So there was a knockdown scored in this round. However, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a 10-8 round. If
it's not
the other boxer, okay, so we're in agreement that this is a 10-9 round.
No question. If that was scored at 10-8, that's one of the worst 10-8s in the history of the sport. There's no way that's a 10-8.
Okay,
you're telling me that fight? Wait a minute. Wait. That round got scored at 10-8 by somebody?
No. No, you don't know what happened, so you're getting.
No, but I got scared when you start talking 10-8s. I'm like, wait a minute.
No.
There's no way that round was a 10-8.
I can't explain it to you because I can't. I'll spoil it for you if I try to explain.
Fair enough. But I will say simply.
To explain,
yeah, go ahead.
What I'm trying to explain to people is just because someone's knocked down in a fight doesn't make it a 10-8 round automatically.
No.
So when fighter A knocks down fighter B, right? If fighter B gets up and wins most of the round, that's a 10-9 round. That's not a 10-8 round.
Almost. I've seen two knockdown rounds that aren't 10-8s. 10-8s are reserved for completely one-sided fucking affairs in a round. We're talking a fighter not getting any shots off, landed, or anything. Completely defensive, completely on the ropes. If Worski would have continued, that would have been a 10-8. No damage was taken aside from the one clean shot by Fazse. There may have been 6 clean punches landed the entire round. That's insane for that to be anything but a for even with a standing 8 count, that was a close round. It's not even a fucking landslide because of the things that you already talked about. Just because of the domination of the ring position of King Kenny, I 100% agree with you on that.
So you got it scored 10-9.
10-9.
Sensei.
10-9, and yeah, I won't even try to throw a little extra. Ooh, that was a fucking shot though, and he's wobbled. You could see, man, that's if that ref keeps him off of him, that's the end of the fight.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
That might be it right there. He wobbled his ass. That's crazy. That really bothers me. That sucks. Now Kenny's back in it now. He's definitely, hopefully he'll come out real aggressive. That's what I'd like to see him. How you guys doing in the chat? What do you guys think about the fight? I want to know your thoughts. Get into the Discord with us as well. I want to know your thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, all that good stuff. Feel free to support the channel on this fucking special Sunday show.
Okay, pause it real quick for Fake Ass Talk because I think he's confused. 8 is only 2 less than 10. That's not one side. No, when you score a round, it starts off as 10-10. Both have 10 points. If a fighter's knocked down, that could be a 10-8 round because the fighter knocked him down. However, yeah, well, who cares? I want to teach him about boxing, all right?
He's gay. He's going to forget all of this by the time. He just wants to suck a phase Sensei. Right. He doesn't care about the boxing.
Okay, all right, whatever.
Don't ever respond to anything Fake Ass Twat ever fucking says. I'm forgetting it right now as we speak.
Whatever.
Matt really wants you to know what a 10-8 is.
Yeah, I want people to know.
You should. I agree. Look at that. Kenny right. Ooh, that was a nice little left there. Kenny with the nice jab. He's standing in the middle of that ring. Sensei's not doing much. He's just kind of dancing on the outside a little bit, not engaging much. Kenny's the aggressor here in the second round, no question. I love that he's standing in the middle of the ring. Come get me. Punches off, phase retaliates, or withdraws every time. Man, I wish Kenny would let that left throw, let that left hand go a little bit more. He's got the angle on him, it seems. Yeah. That left, this little pawn. I also don't like that shot a little bit. If FaZe knew what he was doing, he circles to the right. He's able to counter that and probably knock his fucking ass out. Because that left is a looper that Kenny's been throwing.
Yes.
So it slows down immensely.
Now, Kenny's keeping him away with a jab.
Yep. Backing him off. FaZe is not throwing anything. I'm just not seeing any punches thrown by FaZe Sensei in the second round.
Yep, nope.
Just none at all. But you know what? Do you know what I like about this fight? It looks like a fight.
It's a fight. Yeah, it's an actual boxing match. Yeah.
We can look at this and we can see form. We can actually score this. You know, this isn't just some fucking. This is actually some of the best amateur boxing I've seen out of this shit so far, to be honest.
Yeah.
These guys look like are any of these guys still active like YouTubers? Are they still creating content and shit too?
Sensei, yeah, I think they are. I don't know anything about King Kenny. I know FaZe Sensei is. Didn't he start FaZe or something?
Sensei?
Like, wasn't he the guy?
I couldn't fucking tell you.
Yeah.
Is Banks gonna kill you for saying that?
I don't know.
Is Banks gonna put a fuck? Are you gonna wind up in under mom's basement? You better be careful there, Matt.
Probably. I've been in worse places.
You've been in some K-holes in your life.
Yeah.
This is slowed down completely.
Yeah, it almost seems like there's like they don't know how to. It's like both fighters are afraid to really go forward. But King Kenny seems to be ruling this round with his jab. Great jab right there.
Really nice shot.
Walks right into it.
Unless something drastic here happens from FaZe, this is 1-1 after 2 rounds.
Yes.
I'm not going to give Kenny like a fucking sweeping victory here because not much was landed, but he won this round. He dominated.
Yeah, with the jab.
He dominated the jab. He definitely stayed behind it. He kept him at bay. He dictated the action. The action came through Kenny.
All right. So I got 10-9 for King Kenny.
10-9, 10-9 right now. I got this fight even through 2. Dead even through 2. Yep. Now, unfortunately, the standing 8, probably right now after 2 rounds, if you just had to call it, the judges are going to give it to the standing 8. It's just unfortunate, but that's just kind of how it's going to go. But right now, if the rest of the fight goes this way, I can't see anything that would convince me of a dominating performance or even something. You know what I mean? It's just this. I don't know. Let's see how the rest of this goes.
Yeah.
More of the same. Fucking Kenny right now. He's even taking more of the ring away from FaZe. Look at that. Now he's at 3/4 over on each one, keeping him almost against the ropes. That's interesting. Right from the beginning of the round,
the tough thing with this fight is it's a 4-round fight. If they're fighting like it's a 12-round fight. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're right. They are. No. Ooh, that was a nice shot by FaZe Sensei. Okay. Yep. Now they're going. Now we're throwing, boys. Got a little dirty boxing there by Kenny. I like that. A little dirty boxing. Like it. That was a nice little flurry of action. And FaZe gets some nice offense, but Kenny responds immediately. Some good action there. Right in the middle of the ring again. No fear. Now, these guys are going to continue to fight. I don't think there's any question about that.
Right.
You got to continue to these are the type of guys you build events around. Ooh.
Yeah.
That was nice. I would like to see combo there. Got to throw more than one shot.
That's my only issue is they're not going with they're not throwing more than one punch.
Yeah, it's one punch. One punch, withdraw, reset. But that's amateur boxing. You'll see that a lot in early years. But once you start letting your hands go and get those 2, 3s, 4s going, and just letting your hands fly.
The issue is Sensei can't get in there, right? No. So he can't throw more punch. And Kenny doesn't want him to get in there. So every time he gets close, he's going to back up with the jab and not continue. Because if he continues throwing punches, Sensei will be able to get inside.
Well, look at those long-ass arms of Kenny.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a nice short left there by FaZe Sensei. See, he gets inside. He gives Kenny trouble. But Kenny's not being backed off by this offense either, which is funny considering that FaZe did shake him early. This is a close round. They've both gotten some significant shots landed.
Yes.
What do you guys think of this fight so far in the chat? If you're watching along, you guys should be in the Discord watching this fucking thing. How good it has been. Let me throw the link in the chat for you if you're not watching it, just in case you would like to see it. A little bit something different. We're giving you live thoughts on the fight as we're watching it. But this is something different. You're not going to get this everywhere else. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with us. And we'll finish it off with questions right after.
Incredibly close fight.
It is. I give this round to Sensei.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think Sensei did just enough. Did enough more to win that round.
Just enough. Again, not a dominating round. That I don't even know what. I'm going to assume if we looked at the numbers there, Sensei would have a slight advantage. I still like what Kenny did. He wasn't out of the round but right now I got it 2-1 FaZe. He was just a little bit more aggressive, and he landed a little bit more in that round. The match was not as entertaining as Creator Boxing, but as a boxing match, it was more of an. I agree with that. I think that you're dead on there, Riveter. There's nothing wrong with it as far as fighting goes, but it may not be the most entertaining thing for everybody in the world. I get that. This is just a close, little grindy fight. And this is the last round.
Last round.
Let's see this shit here. I want your guys' opinion on this, especially if you're watching it along with us. This is an interesting fight. I'm glad that they released all the fights in their entirety free, directly after. That does make me wonder about their sales, though. Not gonna lie.
True. Well, you got to subscribe and pay for the event. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a little insane.
Okay.
And then they immediately give it back. Give it free.
Yeah,
it's a little weird.
King Kenny is still doing his thing with the jab. Sensei cannot get inside.
Cannot get in at all. There's no space for him. And now, if Kenny just throws some punches at the end of these, if I'm Kenny's corner. This is what you train in the next round. If you get another fighter to back up and touch those ropes, every time you need to be throwing 3-4 punches right there. Boom, 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 withdraw, reset. Give him something to think about. Give him something to react to. Make a mistake. Let him make a mistake. They're way too cautious here. This is the 4th round, boys. Let those hands go.
Yeah, it should be all out right now. And they're fighting like they got 10 more rounds. It's like...
Honestly, I'd watch this fight for a few more rounds if I'm being
I'd watch
honest.
this for 12 rounds. Yeah, I'd watch if this was a 12-round fight. I'd be like, all right, let's go. This is looking good.
Right, rebook this.
Yeah.
Rebook this for at least 8. Give them at least 8 rounds.
I agree.
Rebook this fight because it's close. It's very competitive. I like what Kenny's doing here. Kenny's winning this round for me, but not much has happened.
Right.
This is an interesting fight. Kenny's getting a little active now. You can see him starting to get a little antsy. Maybe he's here in the corner telling him to get his ass in fucking gear. We'll be taking questions right after this if you're in the Discord waiting to ask. We gotcha. Yeah, unfortunately, this is on Kenny. If Kenny loses this decision, I can understand why. I wouldn't be mad if Kenny even got the decision, but as soon as he gets that standing 8 count, as bad as it was, he was on the verge of being finished. And that's why he's going to lose this fight. That's why he's going to lose this fight.
Still doing a great job this round of keeping Sensei outside, but he needs to finish the job.
He's got to do something. Got to throw. If he throws, he wins.
I think the first round affected him more than his trainers thought. I think he's afraid to throw.
Yeah.
He's afraid to get caught.
But, he landed clean so many times. You would figure that would... Maybe it's just an experience, too, that you can't shake that off yet. But he didn't fight bad. That was a nice jab. That jab has been crisp the whole fight.
Yes. Yep, there you go.
That was a very nice throw. Throw. Come on, Kenny. What is that ref doing?
Well, it's the end of the round.
Oh, well, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But it seemed like he got in there a little early almost again. Like second.
So you would give that round to King Kenny, 10-9?
It'd be awfully close. I'd almost give that round could have been a draw.
Okay.
That round could even.
I gave it to King Kenny. I gave him a 10-9. I think he ruled it with the jab, and every trading he won the trade. He won the trade at the end.
The trade at the end, definitely. I think up into that last minute, it was more of Sensei's round. But I agree with you. He had more flurries in that last round. Maybe stole it.
Is it draw 10-10 or 9-9? I can't remember.
9-9, I think.
9-9. Okay.
But I'm interested to see the numbers on this.
Right.
Because there's got to be something controversial here. If Sensei wins the fight, I understand why. Totally understand why. Let's see here. Now the stuff after, man, they got right in there like Kenny, like. Ooh. I agree with that though. What the announcer just said about the skill in this fight, there's a lot of skill level, maybe too much. Let's see who gets this. This was the only fight. Oh, this is the first fight that didn't go that went to the judges.
Yep.
Oh, they're talking 10-8s. Did he say? Wait a minute. Why is that guy even saying 10-8?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, it's a split. Oh, okay. Read the fucking score. Unanimous decision. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the issue here is people are saying Sensei robbed. Sensei was robbed. True Jordy came back on the mic after the next fight, and he was like, "This is a disgrace. He did not win that fight." Keemstar does not think he won the fight. There's a lot of people thinking he hasn't won the fight. When I was watching the fight the first time watching it, I felt that Sensei was robbed. But when I rewatched the fight before and I watched it now with you, I kind of changed my opinion. I called it a draw. I got it 38-38.
Yeah, I'd have to call this fight a draw at best. I liked what Kenny did, But the standing 8, I mean, fuck the standing 8. He was almost stopped. In a fight that close, if I have to give a winner, I'm going to give it to the guy who almost finishes the fight. Even if it was early, if that ref doesn't intervene, that fight's probably over. But you never know in boxing. You never know. I get what you're saying. And I do agree with you. That's a tough one to give to Kenny. I understand why there's vitriol and anger over that. Let them go again. Rebook that. Rebook that fight. And that ref was awful. Awful.
Right.
We got a lot of people with comments. Let's start it. We'll start with Brick.
Well, I did want to say I had the score 38-38, and if we do the score where you had the draw 10, was it 9-9?
Yeah.
Wait,
I would have done one
that
round.
Would be
9-9.
I believe that's 10-29, 30 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. I think it's 38-37 in favor of Sensei.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's just, I would probably, I think I'd have to give the fight to Sensei. But it wouldn't, again, it's not, it's a sum of its parts. You know, it's not like I could say all 3 rounds were Kenny after the fucking knockdown, because that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
So that's tough. That's
But here's the thing. I think, but the reason why I went back and watched, and I was thinking that because I went back and watched the round, and I was like, that's not a 10-8 round. Everyone's assuming that's a 10-8 round. In a 4-round fight, if you get a 10-8 round, the other fighter is in trouble. It's really hard to come back from that.
Buried.
So I do not think the judges scored that as a 10-8 round.
No.
And I think people are misconceiving that would be a 10-8 round.
That's because I heard that asshole say 10-8 before the decision was fucking read. That's bad fucking announcing. You're putting thoughts into people's head. Why is he even saying 10-8? He shouldn't be saying the words 10-8 in this fight. That's crazy. When he got caught, that was the beginning of a potential 10-8. If he gets knocked down, gets back up, knocked down again, and, getting dominant, that's the beginning of a 10-8. But shut your fucking mouth if you're the commentator about a 10-8. You're just putting ideas in the fucking fan's head at that point. I really don't like that at all. That's interesting. Let's start getting some opinions here. King Brick, what do you think? Real quick. Fuck you.
Brick, unmute yourself. I see mute.
We'll come back to you.
Okay.
Rivet, are you in here for a good time? You got an opinion?
I agree with you guys. I think this was the best to draw. I don't see it going the way it did, but whatever.
Fair. Blue Diamond, what do you think of the fight?
Wow.
I thought the fight was pretty good for this one. This one lasted for like a good while or so. But for the other fights,
No, fuck the other fights. Fuck the other fights. Wait. Do you have any other opinions on that? Who do you think actually won the fight?
For this one?
No. Muhammad Ali and fucking Frazier.
It was kind of hard though. They were good. They were throwing good punches though. I feel like
I don't think this guy's ever watched a fight. I don't think he's ever watched a fight in his life.
He does. What planet are you on, Blue Diamond? Are you at home right now? What's your phone number? Are you in trouble? Jesus. Anger Man, you got anything of actual fucking merit?
Yeah, this fight was really good. I enjoyed it. I think all the fights have been sort of relatively. I think one or two. Most of the fights this card have been really good. Sam Hyde stole the show, in my opinion, with his little Irish accent rant against Sam Piker. But no, I think good event all in all. We do have another potential late boxing event on the 2nd of September by the looks of it. It looks like Def Noodles' co-host is threatening to fight Salvo Pancakes.
Who? Fucking Steven?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd pay to see that. I'd like to see. Salvo ain't gonna fight.
No.
If Salvo does anything like that, his mystique's gone. He needs to stay as in the shadows and don't get your shit busted yet.
No.
He's gonna be in LA and for the Def Noodles thing.
Oh man.
Yeah. And Steven's gone off on Twitter saying that he's going to fight. He's going to use his Second Amendment. He's basically gone schizo at Salvo, not realizing it's all a bit.
Oh no! Salvo's gonna. Yeah, so Salvo's hyping it up more like something's gonna happen?
Yeah, no, like it's pretty clear that like even Death Noodles is liking Steven's tweet, so I think it's starting to look like something may.
Hold on, Anger Man. One second, Matt. What is it starting to look like? Because Anger Man really isn't painting much of a fucking visual picture.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what he's talking about.
Does anyone know what he's talking about? Is this even happening? Is Salvo and Steven on a collision course?
Salvo is going to the next roast, right?
Right.
And Steven and Salvo are talking shit back and forth. Steven's saying that I'm going to fight all the racists that come here. I'm a black man with a gun. I don't think he's being serious. He is a stand-up comedian, guys.
Right.
You got to remember that he could be being performative here. So I don't think he's going to do anything at the Salvo Pancakes. I don't think he would put that event in jeopardy.
No.
All I'm waiting for is, because there are a lot of rumors going on about this event, that there's going to be a lot more Death Noodles haters in the audience than they will be fans this time around.
I believe it. I believe it.
That'd be interesting.
They decided to throw an event where it was a big, massive love fest. Oh, people, we're gonna get Dave Chappelle. Yeah, motherfuckers. Now you've drawn. You thought one Jessica Pizzle was bad?
Yeah. Also, are you familiar with Red Bar, Dave?
Yes. Yeah, I saw. Oh, why is Red Bar going?
Well, he's not going, but Death Noodles is on his radar. And it
saw
turns
that.
out Salvo and Red Bar are actually good friends.
Salvo knows everybody.
So, and also, if you watch Red Bar and you watch Salvo, you can see the inspiration Salvo has. He's doing Red Bar for commentary, in my opinion. Yeah.
Same type of character?
I mean, in a way, it's Red Bar's shtick, you know. Salvo's doing his own little spin on it, of course, but it's Red Bar.
The say anything, provoke you, get a reaction, get a reaction, get a reaction.
And nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. He'll go after Joe Rogan. You know, Red Bar will go after your heroes and the people you hate.
Yeah.
So, and I think Salvo wants to do that as well.
Which I like that. I mean, I don't actively try to just go after everybody for the sake of entertainment. But to me, that's almost being fair. Hold the same standard. Now, obviously, Salvo puts on an extra umpteenth. Like I saw some of the things he put out earlier today. The Trisha Paytas stuff made me laugh. Like, damn, he knows how to trigger fucking words so well.
Yeah.
When he says that Trisha Paytas is being bullied by her own family's fans, is he trying to say that Ethan fucked Trisha and that's his baby? I hope that's what he's saying. I
haven't seen that yet.
Oh my God, he posted it today. I died laughing.
Yeah, but Steven is basically saying on Twitter, I'll be knocking out racist YouTubers live on the 2nd. If you're a cyberbully racist Billy Badass who shows up to my job on September 2nd, don't say you ass got beat unprovoked. Like y'all say, I'm in fear of my life, so I'll be using excessive force. Ain't no flight. We fighting.
See, that to me, that's not. I don't know if that's going to be considered a joke. Like, honest, because people are coming, and that's what you're saying you're going to do. Now, does that put a bad vibe into the air? Now, if you're Salvo, if you're these other guys, do you have to start acting worried? I don't know if that's a smart thing to put out publicly. I got to be honest.
Well, I mean, Salvo's just like, I'm calling 911. Where's the LAPD police?
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, because Steven's like, I'm a black man with a gun. And Salvo's like, I'm a white guy and I'm calling 911. You know,
I did see that. I saw that. Yeah, that's psycho. So do you think what do you think will happen? When they're going to come face to face, or at least close enough, what do you think will actually happen?
I think it will. I don't think anything crazy is going to happen. I don't think Death Noodles or Steven will jeopardize anything on their event. I think it will be a standard roast, and I could see Salvo saying the N-word. That's really the most craziest thing I could see.
Will Salvo scream in his face like he did when Jessica tried to, put a camera in his face and then, got real? We'll say fake.
Salvo's not afraid of conflict. There's a video of Salvo back 2 years ago now, maybe 3 years ago, where he gets into an influencer's face and accuses them of getting numbers from 16-year-olds.
Oh, no.
So he's not afraid. Yeah, he's not afraid of conflict. So he will probably get in their faces. He will probably say insane things.
If he says the N-word in front of that guy, that's not going to end well.
It's possible that he could send it. say that, but if he does that, that's probably his career. So if I were Salvo, I would not say something that stupid.
Well, if he says the N-word in front of this guy and Steven beats the shit out of him, let's just say that happens, no one's crying for Salvo.
Yeah. Also, I mean, that can get your YouTube channel yoinked.
Yeah. It's just bad look. I hope he does. Salvo seems to be smart. He knows how to provoke without. Hopefully, he's got a good plan. Have a good plan, Salvo. Have a real good fucking plan, because this could go bad. Like, my spider sense are already like.
He's calling him Skid Row Steve, so I think that's pretty. So I mean, like, you know, if he keeps it like that and they're able to get like a good back and forth going, I mean, we'll see what happens. I'd like to see Salvo reacts on stage. I'm interested.
I hope so too. Def Noodles and Steven, when they're on their show, they talk so seriously about this stuff and they whine so fucking much, and they constantly use all these fucking trigger words like bullying and obsession and stalking. They fucking make a lot of accusations. I just think this is a weird blur. This is a strange. If I'm Def Noodles, if I'm Steven, I don't want that. I don't even want a joke about that, because when now you're talking racial lines, you're already getting that fucking whole vibe, that whole narrative out there. That's what you don't want happening if you run a fucking club with a lot of provocative fucking people. These guys are going to hurt. It's not going to be a bunch of fucking half-ass comedians too that were last time telling stupid jokes about ripped jeans. If Salvo and some of these other savages show up and get on the fucking stage with the mic, it ain't going to be a your shoelaces make you look gay. You know, they're going to fucking say some real shit. So I don't know. This could go bad.
Yeah, it could go bad for sure.
But I'm watching.
Going back to the fight real quick, do you think it's a travesty that King Kenny won?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. See.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not outraged. I'm questioning. I think they need to run it back immediately. I think it's the wrong decision. But it's not egregious. It's not insane. And if you want to give Kenny the credit of the next 3 rounds because he simply dominated the positioning and the aggression, I think you could even win that argument.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah.
Something really interesting, though, is King Kenny fought in the last event, and he won the fight, and it was a controversy, and it was overturned, and he ended up losing the fight later on.
Oh, that is funny.
So
could that same
if this
thing happen
happens again, if it happens again, it would be 2 in a row for him.
I don't like that, by the way.
Yeah.
What about the first one? How do you feel?
I did not watch that event. I did not watch. Yeah.
Might have to watch that. You don't want to see 2 for 2 on controversial endings with the same fighter. That's not great.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
We'll see. All right. Anybody else have any other questions, comments, concerns, hopes, dreams, quips, quotes, likes, loves, all that good stuff? We've had a nice hour-long stream, but I don't got too much more. I do got a bong.
Let's see if Brick is back. Brick, you there?
Yeah, what's up,
Still
guys?
muted.
Sorry.
Okay.
What do you got, Bricky?
No,
He's still
yeah,
muted.
No,
I was
he's
there.
talking.
No, I'm not.
He's talking.
Oh,
man.
I have him
You
muted.
got me muted.
Oh,
Come on, Matt. Yeah,
Good job,
yeah,
Matty.
thanks very much, Matt.
Yeah, no problem.
So I was sitting there watching the fight, and Kenny came in as the underdog, and just by the way he controlled the fight, and I think they showed later in that night, they showed like a highlight of that standing 8. It looked like Kenny recomposed himself, and he got his guard up and had his wits about him.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he might not have got knocked down. Just by the way he controlled the rest of that fight.
He got a long break though, man. He got a long break. He got a lot of time to catch his fucking wind and get himself right. I think you go the other way. You got to give Sensei the credit for doing that damage, and if he's allowed to continue, I don't know if Kenny finds his way out of it. If the ref should not have stopped in at that point. He should have allowed that to go a couple more shots in there. Real quick before we go anything further, I want to say real big thank you, because guess what? We're officially at 9,500 subscribers here on YouTube.
There you go.
We're not stopping. It continues to go up. We're gonna hit 10,000, and it's gonna happen before the end of this year. Continue to like, continue to subscribe, continue to support, retweet it, let the people know. They ain't no better place in the Copious Kingdom to talk about all the shit that you find funny. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the incredible support. Internet Unwind asked, do you think it was odd that Worski didn't seem to get a real count? No, he was dominated, bro.
What? No.
That was over.
A real count. No, it was over.
He was sleeping on the way down.
It was over.
Yeah, no, he was over.
His arms went stiff.
He got tapped on the chin twice, bro. He got turned off twice. Like, he's done.
The lights were out. Yeah, no. If the ref just walked away, it would have been okay. Like that. The lights were out. In fact, Worski looked so unathletic and so out of his element that was the best thing that ref could have done was stop that fight. And that's all respect to Worski. I want to see him fight again, just not against anybody who knows what they're doing.
When you're a ref, you have to be responsible. So you have to do the research on who the fighter is. So you're like, oh, this guy's never been in the ring before. So if he gets knocked down, I got to keep my eye on this guy because he probably cannot. He doesn't know how to recover like a normal fighter can. Yeah. So he could get killed. Yeah. So at that point, he's been tapped on the chin twice. He's out cold. He's gotten up, but he doesn't know where he is. I'm stopping the fight. Now, if you take that situation and move it towards King Kenny and Sensei, these are two fighters that have been in the ring before.
Right.
You can just tell that they know what they're doing. So at that point, the ref needs to know, I shouldn't get in the middle of this. Like, if this guy gets knocked out, he's gonna, like, I got to keep this going. Like, this should not be a standing 8.
You know what? I'm going to be a little fair to the referee at this moment. And here's the reason why. Because it was a 4-round fight. I think if that's fought under regular, normal perceptions of a 12-round, even an 8-round professional fight, I think the referee might use a little bit more discretion. But because it's under that 4 rounds, you kind of still do have to have the thought process of protecting the fighters a little bit more. But that's a real loose give. Like, I'm giving them the bare minimum of that, and just because I want to be extra fair if I can. But it's still terrible to pull that fighter off there. But you're 100% right. What you just said was one situation is different than the other. Worski was shut off. And in Worski's own words, he said he was grateful that he didn't get hit in the nose. He didn't get hit in the mouth, didn't get busted up. Apparently both of those were temple shots. He said he got hit in the temple both times.
I could have sworn a chin shot.
I'm just saying what he said. He doesn't remember that. He doesn't. You think Worski actually remembers? He doesn't probably remember a goddamn get in the ring.
We could watch it real quick. It's on YouTube.
It's 5 seconds.
Yeah.
We could watch it on a minute loop.
Yeah.
Let me find. Yeah, if you find it, just send it to me real quick.
Yeah.
Boy, I almost don't want to show it just because I feel bad. Is fucking Worski get blue.
The refs were very protective, I thought. I mean, for not as bad as Crater Clash, and Keem said last night. He said, it's boxing. It was entertaining that you let some knockouts happen. But the refs still, you could tell they were protecting the guys. They were stepping in. That Sam Hyde fight, that ref stopped in and broke that fight up a bunch of times and called it with a TKO a little early. Do you think Sam Hyde would have knocked him out if it kept going?
They were both pretty gassed.
They were both they were both very gassed. I think Sam Hyde did a pretty good job conserving his energy more than the other fighter because that fighter was done by the 3rd round.
Yeah. He might have been able to finish the job.
Yeah.
It looked like that fighter was starting to get rocked. Sam Hyde was conserving and starting to get some big hits in at the end. I mean, if you watch those replays, Sam was getting big hits. That was heavyweight boxing.
Yeah.
All right, send it to you, Dave.
Thank you. No, I do agree with that. I would have actually really liked to have talked to Keem about that whole thing. I would just have a lot of questions to ask him about the whole situation because I love the fight game so much, and him having some sort of promotion and get involved with it. I just want to talk to him about it. I'd have all kinds of fucking questions. We'd probably argue about some aspects of it, but I got a feeling we'd probably agree on a lot of things too. He gets the entertainment aspect of it. I don't know if he always gets the physical aspect of it. All right, let's see this thing. Can you? Is it still live there?
No, share your screen.
All right. Am I gonna get? You think I'll get clipped if I show this?
I don't think so. I mean, it's just one. It's like a 5-second.
It's literally 5 seconds. I'm gonna turn.
I think it's a meme now.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it. Where are you at, bitch? Oh, that would help if I. There we go. pop it out. Now you should be able to see it. All right.
So.
Yeah, Worski got no defense there. Man, he's got those hands too low. He's trying. Bang, bang.
Okay, that was a temple. And that was a chin.
Both of
them.
I
feel like that second shot was a chin.
Woo, but those were clean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Worski, nothing. He's down.
He doesn't know where, he's.
Oh, look at him. His eyes, Nah, you let him. You let that. No, it's over. It's over. His hands are up, and he's there, and he's contesting out of,
Dude.
Part of me wants. No. He's gonna get turned into dog meat.
Yeah,
he's gonna get turned
knocked
into
out
dog
again.
meat.
Like it's.
Fuck. I almost feel bad because you see him. All right. So this is one of those optics things. He got rocked completely fucking. Looks like he was shut off. The ref put his hands on him, stabilized him, got him kind of over to the corner. And once that happens, he starts to clear up and gets his hands out. Ref's looking in his eyes. He sees the lights aren't on. No, I think that's the right move. That's the right style.
I agree.
That's the right style.
I agree.
A for effort by Worski, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and honestly, watching it back again, he didn't even look as unathletic as I may have said he was originally. Like, he tried.
I just hate the stand. I hate that stance he does. That fucking the gloves in front of your face. I'm a 40s box. What's his name? Never got me down, Ray.
I could have been a contender.
LaMotta. Jake LaMotta.
But what I really didn't like about him is he instantly goes to the ropes. Like he doesn't even try to have any aggression. And now if I see that as a fighter, I see a guy going immediately to the ropes. I do exactly what Salt Poppy just did. My biggest shots around that fucking little guard that's in with it, that's not even above his chin, and I rock him. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets right there for a fighter.
Yeah, you gotta move. You gotta have movement if you're gonna use that little guard like Tyson does. You gotta have head movement. It looks so awkward when you're not moving your head, but you have your hands in front of your face like that. It's just weird.
Yeah,
it's so
very weird. In an NYC, to me, after the Swarms train wreck, it felt like, why didn't they do a count? That's why it's weird to me. Swarms was just laid down for like 3 rounds. No, I get what you're saying. I can understand, but you got to remember something too. I didn't watch it in its order, so I wasn't affected in those same type of mindset.
He was counting though. You see the ref counting.
He gives him something, and he's got his hands on his gloves, and he's looking in his eyes, so maybe we don't see the entire count or see each hand motion. But I think he was giving him something, and he saw enough to call the fight there. If I'm the ref, I don't let him go back into that fight. I don't.
No.
He's gonna get hurt.
He was in danger.
It reminded me a lot of. He looked a lot like Anon Gibb versus Jake Paul. Hands in front of face, no head movement, very awkward. And Anon Gibb ended up turning into a decent fighter, and actually won a fight after that. So who knows? Maybe Worski can turn it around.
And the consistent thing, boxing, it's tough. It's gonna change fight to fight. Different referees, different fucking judges, different everything. In some cases. So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I do think the situations were different. I do. That was, man, Worski was out. Those shots were they got him. He got him.
Yeah.
He really hit him well. All right, I'm gonna do a rip. Anybody else have anything? Matt, final thoughts on this? Same thing with King Brick there.
I enjoyed the fights. Not as good as Creator Clash. Can't wait to see KSI fight again in January. I hope the build up to Jake Paul versus KSI works out, and I hope these two get to fight. And I hope that's it for YouTube boxing after that. Like, no more. I'm done.
Really?
And I hope Salvo has fun at Death Noodle's roast, and I hope it goes well.
You're done with YouTube boxing?
I think. Where do you go after KSI versus Jake Paul?
I don't think they're going to get there. I don't think.
I mean, fair enough.
I don't even think they're going to get there because to me, Jake's bigger than it. Jake's bigger than his brothers fought fucking Floyd Mayweather. He's fought tin cans, but he's fought names. He's fought guys who are bigger than YouTubers. He fought professional athletes. He's fought professional fighters in other realms. So I mean, that's more than that. I just think he's outgrown it. He can draw more, and he's had problems drawing. I think 2 reasons why that.
Can he draw more? Can he draw more though?
No, I don't think he can.
I think KSI outdrew him. tonight. You know what I mean? So
he might have with the I don't know about the Tyron Woodley fight. It's also hard because we don't know how many events they actually had in the same arenas and all that. So that's a tough argument to give completely. But I just think Jake is bigger, especially if you get KSI out of the UK.
Yeah. I respectfully disagree. I think these two can make a lot of money together. There's a story there. KSI beat his brother, so Jake Paul is a great heel. KSI could be they need to do it in England. That it needs to be in England for it to like have its full potential, in my opinion. But I think the fight would be great as long as KSI does not lose.
He will lose. He would lose to Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul
in between his next fights between Jake Paul. In between the fights.
Oh, if KSI's smart, he doesn't fight again. Unless
he's fighting in January. He's fighting in January. I don't know yet.
Yeah,
I think he needs to fight. I personally think he needs to fight someone decent.
He didn't fight anybody. He didn't fight anybody tonight.
In January he needs to fight somebody decent to prove that he's at the same par with Jake Paul.
I think if he's smart, he fights Tyron Woodley.
I think Tyron Woodley wins that fight.
I agree, but if he's smart, that's someone he can't fight Ben Askren. He can't fight fucking what's his name, the basketball player. Can't fight him. But you can fight Tyron Woodley, and Tyron Woodley would take that fight in a heartbeat. He'd fight me. He doesn't care. He'll fight anybody.
People were saying Salt Poppy. Salt Poppy look good. Give Salt Poppy.
What Dave's point is if he needs to be in the same sentence as Jake Paul, he needs to fight an actual fighter.
If he fights Salt Poppy, I think Salt Poppy wins that fight.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think. I'll be honest with you. I think King Kenny and Fazse Sensei are better than KSI.
I agree. From a technical standpoint, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think those were the two best fighters on the card, and they fought each other.
And Logan Paul and KSI, I do agree with you with the built-in story there, but that was also the beginning of the YouTube boxing. They were not nearly anywhere near physically where they are now, I feel. I just don't know. Logan's fought Floyd fucking Mayweather, and I do get that they're going to sell some fucking tickets, I think, at least initially. But I think the closer that gets, and especially if someone gets injured, I just don't know if it has the long-term appeal. I don't know. I'd like to believe that it doesn't. Maybe that's what that is, because it just disgusts me on so many fucking levels. This is ridiculous. This is insane that we're talking about this. These guys on a box. Okay, if they want to play video games or make videos in front of millions of people, okay. But fighting. What have they done to deserve this? This drives me nuts. It's like CM Punk bullshit. It drives me crazy.
But the difference with the CM Punk thing is Jake Paul's knocking people out. You know, it's like if CM Punk started choking out MMA fighters, the tune would change, in my opinion.
He knocked out, now I got to do this again. He knocked out pudgy Ben Askren. He knocked out, never fought 5'4" fucking Nate Robinson. And he was getting his ass beat before he knocked out Woodley on the second fight.
He knocked him out, and he also beat him before that.
I guess he did before that. That was a sham. I didn't like that decision either. If Woodley throws 5 more fucking punches, he wins that fight. 5 more punches, he wins that fight.
I mean, it was a close fight, but nonetheless, I think the difference. My point is the difference between Jake and CM Punk is Jake is doing way more than CM Punk
You're right. You're right.
But I agree with you. I do agree that this has gotten ridiculous, which is why I just want to see KSI versus Jake Paul and just be done with it.
Because you can't really do anything after that. Unless Logan. I think you can go back. Logan's got a stake, and KSI would be stupid not to fight Logan again, especially after the Floyd Mayweather thing. And now with the WWE thing, Logan is on a rocket ship.
I think the difference now is they're doing business together. They got their own little drink, the Prime drink.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I forget about all that shit.
Yeah. Too. So I don't know if they have like a board or something, but I don't think the two faces of Prime fighting each other is going to be good for their quote unquote brand. But
you're right.
What could happen? I'd watch Jake versus Logan. Jake versus Logan boxing.
I think that's where a lot of people always saw this eventually going. I think Jake or Logan, they went on ridiculousness, one of them, and I think they even said that. I think they said eventually that's where this is. That's where this goes. And if Jake beats KSI, I think that they could do that.
Yeah.
But Could they? What now? Here's the problem, though.
They've both been open about doing that. They both said they'd do it.
Yeah, I think they both. Yeah, I think you're right too. They both have. But I know I definitely heard Logan say it. But the problem for me with Logan is people are already questioning the legitimacy of Logan's fights, especially I question the legitimacy of both of those motherfucking fights because to me they both been knocked out at different points of fighting. It's like Jesus Christ. But could they have a authentic event against each other? They are brothers, then they are entertainers. Yes, there's beef and all that, but could they have a legitimate? Would anyone buy it as a legitimate fight, Matt?
I think they're the type of people that when they're going to do something, they're going to go balls to the wall. So I think it would be a legit fight. And yeah, well, the whole thing, right, is the Klitschko's, right?
Right.
Everyone wanted the Klitschko's to fight each other. They were like,
would.
no way in hell that's ever happening.
Never.
He can keep that title. I'll keep my title, and we'll keep making boxing boring.
And they dominated the sport for a fucking decade. They just did. And you're right, too. You used the exact... We'll just keep this shit boring until we're tired, and then we're just going to hold off the Russians.
Yeah,
That's
we'll just kill heavyweight boxing forever,
By the
set
way,
it back 20 years.
One of the Klitschko's is still like the mayor of Kiev.
Yeah.
Like that's why they're holding up against the Russian army because you got the Klitschko's. And there's another boxing champion right now. The world heavyweight champion is a Ukrainian. He just fucking won this weekend too. He beat Anthony Joshua.
They're tough motherfuckers, man.
Tough motherfuckers.
Tough sons of bitches.
Tough.
Like, I mean, that's one thing about like when which Klitschko fought Lennox? Was it Vitaly or was it Vladimir? I think it was Vitaly.
Oh, was it Vitaly? Yeah, no, it was. I think you're right.
I've always felt like that was a great fight, and he showed his toughness during that fight, and it was very unfair that it got stopped the way it did.
Yeah.
But and it made me a Klitschko fan at the time. Then they never showed their fights ever again, and anytime they did show their fights, it was boring. So it was a lot of hugging, a lot of careful.
But they were very technically sound. They were good figers. Yeah. I cannot say anything about them. I don't know what they would do in other generations against other fight. I don't even know what they would do against in prime Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? Because by the time that fight happened, Lennox was not Lennox what he was.
No.
So it's like. I don't know, but that's not even a fair thing to say against the Klitschko's because they dominated. They fucking dominated. It's like, what can you say?
Yeah.
I think we're in a stronger place now, though. Overall, I'd take Tyson Fury over either of the Klitschko's.
Dude, heavyweight boxing right now is amazing, and no one's talking about it. You got Deontay Wilder, you got Tyson Fury, you got Anthony Joshua, you got that other guy.
They're all beat,
is he Ukrainian?
But that's the problem.
Who cares? But that's the great thing about heavyweight fighter. They all beat each other. That's what's fun.
You're
that's what's
right.
fun about heavyweight fighting.
But it's like I don't know if Joshua's viable anymore. Deontay Wilder.
No, he just lost again. He just lost again, right?
Yeah, to Usyk. He just lost to the heavyweight champion. So that's pretty much. Anthony Ruiz put a fucking cog in or a wrench in everyone's machine by knocking out Joshua that fucking.
That was
first
beautiful.
Time anyway.
I was so proud of that guy. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. But no, I just feel like it's not being treated like the golden era, but it feels like that time where you had like Edward Norton, Muhammad Ali, Frazier, Foreman. They're all fucking beating each other, and they're all great fighters. It feels like that. Each one of those fighters could have been great, the best fighter in their own era for sure.
True,
but they're all just happen to be together.
But they all did have a little bit of time with the belt. Either it wasn't exactly hot potatoed. They did have some time with the fucking titles, which was nice. But that also talks to the strengthening of that era. Like that era was a murderous fucking row. I mean, and we were still talking with segregated boxing at time too. Depending on where you were in the country, whites weren't fighting fucking blacks everywhere. It's just like that's just kind of how
it was a confusing era because you had fucking what was it? Fucking Frazier beats Ali. Frazier goes to fight Foreman, gets knocked out 5 times. Foreman wins. Foreman loses to Ali. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
And
then you got all these other fucking cats who are coming up through the division at that time as well that are just throwing some fucking leather and bombs. You got guys who are starting to make some names for themselves. Then we get into the 80s. and the game changes completely because of a guy named fucking Mike Tyson.
Oh God, yeah, dude.
You know, oh my God. All right,
then you get, in my opinion, then you get to the '90s, which in my opinion is the best decade for heavyweight boxing.
Ooh, that's an interesting. Now look, if Tyson doesn't flame out and go to jail, that's got a chance to be the greatest era. Period.
Even with him coming back from jail, I still think it's the greatest era of heavyweight boxing.
Man, I think with all the controversies that he has, the McNeely fight being even what that was in his comeback, biting the ear off, I'll eat your kids. I don't know, man. It's rough.
Dude, I don't know. It just proved to me that Lennox Lewis is underrated as a heavyweight boxer because I feel like he's one of the best of his era. And it's really unfair because he beat everybody except for
Evander.
Well, no, he beat Evander. He beat Evander.
Evander fought him. When Evander beat him, I liked what Evander did because didn't they beat each other once each?
I think they had a draw, right?
Oh, I thought Evander won the first fight and then Lennox won the second, right?
I think Lennox has only lost 2 fights.
Oh, excuse me if I'm wrong on that. I remember.
I could be wrong.
No, my brain's mush. Don't even take anything I said.
There was a draw. He had a draw with Evander, and then he beat him the next fight.
Okay.
And unanimous decision.
I thought Evander won the first fight. I thought, and the reason why I say
you're thinking of what's his name? And with the fighter I was about to bring up, I got to find him real quick. Riddick Bowe. I think you're thinking of
Riddick Bowe fight. Yeah, because I am thinking of that because it was the chest punches. He was punching. He tried to do the same thing to fucking Lennox Lewis that he did to Riddick Bowe. Take all the strength out of the arms, and it didn't work in the second fucking fight. He had success in the first fight doing that, which is why he got the draw. But the second fight didn't work out so well.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm trying to remember.
But what I was going to say is I think Lennox Lewis beat everybody in that era except for Riddick Bowe. But Riddick Bowe ran from Lennox Lewis. So it's...
And Bowe was a tough son of a bitch, too. They were all fucking tough sons of bitches.
Yeah. I hated Lennox Lewis as a kid, and now he's one of my favorite fighters. So
he also had that rough patch in the 90s where the butter beans and stuff started to come. The tough man fighting started to kind of throw some different conversations into the machines. Then he had the UFC start popping up, which really changed. Boxers would go into the UFC. It changed. The fight game just changed so much during that time.
Yeah, it'll never be the same. But it was fun watching the last 5-6 years. Seeing I really like Deontay Wilder. I like Tyson Fury better. But these were a lot of. I think these were a lot of fun fights. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder was one of the best trilogies of boxing in a long time.
Yeah.
And they fucking killed each other. And I don't think a lot of people realize.
That first fight, man.
Yeah.
How Fury got up.
Dude, I don't get not.
I'll never understand that. That is one of the wildest get-ups. If you have not seen that fight, if you have not seen Tyson Fury somehow get up from one of the most hellacious fucking punches.
Dude, I would have had no problem with the referee just being like waving it off, like, "Yep, that's it, it's over." Like
face first.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
He's undead. He's a fucking I don't get how he does this. He gets up every time. He does this all the time. He's gotten knocked down in so many fights, and he just keeps getting up.
He's the Gypsy King, man.
Yeah, he's fun to watch.
I hope he fights again.
I see. This is what sucks. I really wanted him to fight Joshua because I think that's the more entertaining fight. But
he's got to fight Usyk.
He's got to fight Usyk, but I don't think is Usyk that entertaining of a fighter though. That's my
He's good enough to fight Fury. I'll say that. I don't know if he's that entertaining. I don't know if the money's there.
I don't want the titles to go back to an Eastern European again, man. Let the West have their time.
Let the West shall rise again. God, you and I could talk boxing all fucking night if we wanted to.
Yeah, no, I love heavyweight boxing.
I love combat sports in general. I love MMA. I love boxing in general too. Pretty much all divisions, but heavyweights are the funnest. Because if you're the heavyweight champion, you're the champion of the world.
Yeah,
that's how it should be. You're the baddest motherfucker walking around the earth.
No one can step in the ring with you if you're the heavyweight champion. No one could contend with you.
No, I agree with that. That's the way it should be, and we don't have that. Well, right now we might, if you consider Tyson Fury. I mean, because he's so good technically, and he's got enough power. Being his size, he just naturally has enough power. So
Yeah.
I love Tyson Fury. Anyway, let's wrap this bitch up. We don't need to take any more of them. They've just been sitting here listening to the free entertainment. Matt Pitt, what do you got going on? Tell the kids.
Check out Now Recording on Toxic Piplup's channel. We had a Bo Black's podcast coming out. It came out. It's doing really good. We got another one coming tomorrow, I believe. So go check that out.
Woot. Tomorrow, maybe we'll try to get Nick in here. And see if he's got time. We'll talk about the Keffels thing. We'll see if anything breaks with the farms of the birds thing. We'll see how that goes. And we'll see what type of show we have tomorrow. Riveter, you have anything before you get out of here? You plugging anything?
Yeah, I want to know what happened to the Boogie 298 versus Ethan Raff boxing match. Did that just die? Is it not?
They got tired talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They both got winded walking up to the fucking steps of their doors to be able to go on a podcast to talk about it. And it's been ruled off. Unanimous draw for everybody loses. So we all are the losers in that one.
Fair enough. Okay.
River, you got anything going on?
No, I don't have anything going on right now.
Get something going on. Get something going on and get some entertainment out there for the kids.
Okay. All right. I'll do it just for you, Dave.
Take your break. Enjoy it. Brick, thank you for your insight here tonight. Thank you for everything that you brought to the table. What do you got going on? Tell the kids where they can find you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. You can follow me at I got my kingbrick.live, and I'm doing a Friday night show at 12 o'clock, the roundup. We just round up news, general bullshit, and we covered a little drama. I don't want to say too much, but if you want to check something out, it's on my channel at King Brick Live or King Brick Shit on YouTube.
Go check him out. King Brick, I like it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. That was a good fight. I think the whole card was good. It was nice seeing some knockouts too.
Yeah, better than I gave you credit for at first. I got to say that. Thanks, Brick. Have a good one. Alrighty. We're gonna mute up Matt. Thank you. See you on the other side, pal. You motherfuckers in the chat, once again, keep a nice viewership in here. I greatly appreciate you. I know it's a Sunday and you got all kinds of things to do, so spending a little bit of time with the copious Lord and crew is always appreciated. Let's get some real talk to Metaphor Messiah, a little dancing time, and we get the fuck out of here. Keep it copious, folks. I appreciate you. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Whatnot app. I'm going to be on the Whatnot app selling cards, collectibles, comics, all kinds of stuff throughout the week over at Pawn Nation. Also, if you want to send stuff, we've had a couple of people ask about sending stuff. I'm going to give you the address really quick. Here's the address of which you can send anything you like to Dead on Dave in care of Dead on Dave, please. Pawn Nation, 29 Main Street, New Britain, Connecticut, 06051. You can send mail to that address. Thank you guys for being here. Keep it copious. And remember, as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Good night.
Some niggas always talking honorary. The Pentagon the same. They trying to mold us in the pottery. But even if I die, my lyrics still a living history. You mean they treat us like we pawns and we listen cause we scared they ain't gon' beef with Genghis Khan? I'm higher than a dinosaur. She Oreo like Baltimore. I taught them what I know. That make me feel like I was Gryffindor. Get your game right. She hot. I call her sunlight. With lips like she's Brad's life. I ask her cause a crash site. But that's the way it is. I guess I play protagonist. This shit will never change. I'ma go out with her. This may be everything I'm dreaming. I wake up, my superstition say the government for scheming. Here we go. This must be everything I'm dreaming. I wake up, my superstition say the government been scheming. Here we go. I roll up, they say the city lights is feeling me. My girl, she super real. She think that ain't nobody cool as me. Flying them Pacifics, I'll be ripping till I'm gone. I sit back and blaze away like I'm Akeem Olajuwon. Yeah, da-da-da. Yeah, da-da-da. Hip-hop, I'm real talk. Hip-hop, I'm real talk. Da-da-da. Good luck, Jay Philly. Yeah.
Welcome to the new world. You dig?
Another great night, another fun show. Thank you, guys. You know we got to rip to get out of here. Have a good night. Call the people that you love. Say hello. Maybe bake somebody a sandwich. Do something for somebody else, you selfish sons of bitches. Let's rip it. motherfucker.